After a fairly uneventful international break so far for Rangers, we've got a few talking points, so let's get fired into it. And yeah, most teams have played two. Some teams have only played one throughout the international break. John Suter was phenomenal against Denmark. He really was, next to Grant Hanley. That is something I never thought I'd say again, but they play tonight. But some guy that played last night, Nicholas Raskin, started for Belgium. Didn't feature on Thursday, I believe, but he featured last night and he got his first Belgium goal. So fair play to Nico Raskin. That will only add to his value. Now they were playing Kazakhstan, but here beating a Kazakhstan team's no for everybody. Scotland didn't do it a number of years ago. Was it under Alex McLeish? I believe it was. Dark days. I mean, we got scudded 3-0 in Kazakhstan, man. So fair play to Nico Raskin. And this we had to say regarding his situation at Rangers and Russell Martin. And I quote, "My situation at Rangers is delicate. How? Different reasons. You have the club side, the player side. I will do my best to turn the situation around. I've already had good times there and I have good relations with the fans." End of quote. So, yeah, obviously, there always is two sides to a story. But the club side is more or less Russell Martin's side. These two need to sort it out. The fact he's been included in the European squad is a massive plus. Regardless if you don't even think Raskin's our best player, which I think he is, right? I do believe he is. Most people do believe he is, right? This is a guy that's a Belgium international, right? He starts games. He gets getting called up to the squad's good enough, even if he didn't play. But he's starting games. He's scoring goals for Belgium, right? This guy is too good not to be in the starting 11 for Rangers. That is a fact, man. That is a fact. He is playing for one of the best international teams in the world. They're in that, A category, so to speak. Now, yeah, Belgium, they're not as good as what they were, but if you look at their team, their midfield is their strong point, and Nico Raskin's in there. So for me, we've got to sort the situation out, whatever it is with Martin, because at the end of the day, most Rangers fans are backing Nico Raskin over Russell Martin. Now, speaking of Russell Martin, there's a wee transfer rumour this morning, alright? Alex Oxlade Chamberlain could be signing for Rangers. Now, personally, folks, I don't think we should sign Oxlade Chamberlain. Can't deny he's a quality player, but he's very, very injury prone. I mean, the guy's 32, and I hear you say, what? Alex Oxlade Chamberlain is 32. I remember playing career mode Ultimate Team back in the day. I remember playing it when this guy was first burst onto the scene. He was 16, 17 for Arsenal, and now he's 32. Time waits for no man. It's undefeated. But yeah, Oxlade Chamberlain 32. He got released by Besiktas there at the end of August. Came to some form of agreement. Now Everton and Leeds are also interested in the former England international, formerly of course of Arsenal, formerly of Liverpool. Don't know who he went to after Liverpool. Don't recall. Maybe he just went straight to Besiktas. I'm not too sure. Either or, right? Everton and Leeds. I don't think he'll go to Everton, maybe because of the Liverpool connection, but yeah, wouldn't be the first player to play for both clubs. And I'm looking at Leeds, right? Now this is where it's weird. I don't really know Leeds' situation, right? Yeah, the 49ers involved at both clubs, but you would think if both clubs are interested, where would that? I personally, I think Alex Oxlade Chamberlain would probably rather have moved to the Premier League now. Here, maybe I'll be proven wrong, but at the same time, he's won leagues with Liverpool. He's won trophies with Liverpool. He was at Arsenal. The guy's experienced the Premier League. I'm on up the road. Even though I don't really want him, to be honest. I think there'd just be a guy on extortionate wages and runs the risk of being injured. Now, is he a good footballer? Yeah. Could he be? Does he add to our midfield? Absolutely, but it's not worth the risk, man. Guy's far too injury prone, right? Far too injury prone, in my opinion, to be bringing him in. He's always been injury prone. It's not just a case, well, he's 32 and he's picked up niggles, towards the end of his career. No, this guy, back in FIFA 10 or whatever the hell this guy made his debut, he was still injury prone back then. So, put it this way, it wouldn't be the worst deal I've ever heard of, but it just screams of one of these overpaid, injury prone, English players that will flop, you know. And I'm no wanting it. I'm no wanting this guy, to be brutally honest. But at the same time, if it's for a free, at least we're not spending big money on him. But would he add to the midfield? Yeah, it would. But I'm looking at the midfield. Diamonde, Raskin, Asgard, Barron, Cameron, Joe Rothwell. Do we really need Oxlade Chamberlain? You know, no, we don't, man. We've tons of bodies in that midfield. So for me, it doesn't really make much sense to get this deal over the line. But leave your thoughts down below. Do you want Oxlade Chamberlain? For me, it's just a waste of time. I don't think it. I don't think at this stage of his career he's good enough to be a starter for us. You know, it's not like you're siding a 32-year-old who's phenomenal and just, you know, going down a wee bit. I don't think this guy at his peak right here, like his peak in 2025, is better than most of our midfielders. So, no, I wouldn't sign him, folks.